Hello there, welcome back. We are back with Blueprints Curse Mode. You're on day 17, I believe, with more than 17 stars, which is good. Always a good thing. Um, Things I want to discuss. None really. We got Foundation last time. We're gonna suit up for this. By suit up, I mean switch to controller. But yeah, so we got Foundation. I don't remember what I was talking about. So that's permanently there. Still have just the 4 red notes, still letters rather. Still just have 2 permanent upgrades because we have not gotten upgraded the satellite dish, even though we put our 2 microchips in there. We have not opened up the grotto, and we have not opened up any of the power hammer areas. But we do have, for instance, the elevator open, stuff like that, so making some progress. We've gotten a couple of upgrades, which, if I recall, gosh dang it, could have done quarter if I hadn't grabbed the keys already. We got a couple upgrades, and if I recall, those upgrades were the boudoir was one of them, because we went with the dice, because we're kind of okay on gems, and the step count was not that impressive. That's going to be helpful, honestly. And I have another way to go from this room, so I'm feeling particularly spicy about that one. We do have 16 stars. That's a good number. Not that 16 is a particularly good number, I like having stars. Nook will give us an extra key. Allowance tokens. Oh, we also got tunnel. That's a thing we did. We got the tunnel plan, so I'm still hoping to get all the way to the back of the house and get that. Gosh dang. Go to the back of the house and get the allowance token that's back there. I never get anything from this room either. Oh, observatory, rather. Save me from my crisis. Key. Apples are more useful. And 2 things in there. Cool. So yeah, we're kind of at a 50-50 right now, but 50-50 good things and bad things. Hopefully that will pan out to be better. None of this is that great, though. We also haven't lowered the foundation, so that's why we're still kind of in hot water regarding foundation not being quite usable. Sure, I'll lose another key. Do I even have the steps to keep it? 1, 2, 3, 4. I probably don't have the steps for this unless I get something magical happening. Guaranteed unlocked. Which at rank 6-ish is pretty good. You had to hit me with nursery now. If I draft nursery, I get 5. I can go back from hallway and try to get to the back of foundation. I kind of have to, because as I literally just finished saying, there's a banana. That's not what I said. That's not what I said. I just finished saying, there's a banana. No. I needed steps to get to the back of foundation anyway. I wasn't going to be able to make good on my hopes and dreams, so I did need to get steps anyway. I can't draft either one of those. This sucks. I have no items to store and no items to gain. It just sucks. I don't know if I have enough steps to backtrack properly. 5, 4, 3, 2. Outside is 1. West garden is 0, so I can't even shoot for the hobble. Got no keys anymore. Give me some gems and give me a guest bedroom or something. Even though that would kind of kill my run, to be entirely honest. But I need something. This box is empty. Okay, there are 2 empty boxes. That's true. There are 2 true boxes. That's true. That's false. And that's true. And there are 2 true boxes, and this box is not empty. We're just going to assume I was right about everything. This sucks. Everything about this sucks. Sucky run. Okay. I didn't actually look for items in here, so... Not over here, not over there. Okay. I shall end my day in the spare room. Because I couldn't get back to Planetarium. So yeah, I mean, I'm surprised I didn't have runs like that earlier. Honestly, I've had a lot of good runs so far and not just get stuck with garbage, but... That's kind of what you... That's the expected run for a curse mode run, you know? To try so hard and get really that far. But either way, it didn't really matter. No, I'm not clever. Don't enjoy that. So, we're gonna hope for better RNG. Get some hallways out of the way early so I don't lose the keys. I'm gonna do Den. I don't know that it's superior to, like, spare room in that instance, but... Kitchen's probably a good idea. I'm not gonna do anything yet, but it's just a good idea, you know. Then allows me to go ahead and draft every 8th side that I've already gotten access to, which guest bedroom is important, but not this early. And being able to spread myself out and give myself options is important this early. Chapel's suicide. It's a great direction. Don't get me wrong, I love that direction. We will spare room. So spare room will be my way forward, and we can come back to hallway to get my guest bedroom. Or nursery. Nursery being the preferable one. Bedroom, nook, and pantry. Those are all bad options. Whatever. We'll do pantry, we'll get the steps out of it, and say that we did. It's an orange, it's good. That was worth it. I didn't like it, but it was worth it. Can't draft that. Powered laboratory would be great, but I need a boiler room to make that happen. There was no chance of me rhyming that. Honestly, it would not be the worst thing I've done. It will get me 10 steps. It might get me a gem or an item. And the east side is the locked side anyway, more often than not. So this ends things before I have to start spending keys right and left. So not the worst combination. Not the best. To be fair, not the best combination, but not the worst either. Spare room basically never has anything in it. So we're going to mosey on in here. Go ahead and look at our options. Tomato soup. Okay, great. Sledgehammer is very nice. We are 1/3 of the way to a power hammer. And now we have to hope for good options. None of these are good options. I don't even have a nursery to gain steps out of this. That sucks. Everything's bad about this. Hello, Mila. Hello, people. Yep, looks just as red out of a red room window than it does out of any other room, I suppose. Nothing here to take advantage of, although we have nice glass lamp. Very fond of those, actually, personally. And Babbage saying, be prepared. We have Mother Goose, which is probably symbolic of something or someone, but I don't know what. Give me something, please. Why is this whole run Maybe today just may be a bad day for runs. And I don't mean today in game, I just mean today in real life. This may just be a bad day for me to play this game. Two somewhat difficult runs next to each other. You open this box and find it empty. Not if I don't open it. One of the other two boxes is false. At least one of them has to be. The blue box is true. One of the other two is false. If this is false, it will not be empty. Therefore, I know where the gems are. Surprise! It's your birthday. This is the only way to survive. Are you kidding me? And I'm getting taxed. Nothing worse than being taxed, you know? Well, I'm not going to pick the furnace because I'm not suicidal, first of all. And second of all, I have to go this way, which is terribly unfortunate because it's a dead end. Oh, look, a boiler room. Pain. The pain. It is paining. I can go and solve the boiler room, I suppose. Right, 'cause you have to do the whole thing about it anyway, so I might as well just get that out of the way. Switch you, spin you, powers to here. I don't care about that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That was horrible. I did everything wrong. Everything is terrible. So note to self, do not count to 7 in the future. Eight, 9. 9 works. Count to 9 instead. 9's the better number. Okay, flip you that way. Flip you this way. Give me elevator access. That needs to be that way in the future. Take me up. Open this. That's right. Turn you on. Flip you this way though. So now you have a power and you need 2 more. Descend. Flip you back. And flip you up. And that should be every door. You won't open until I flip this, but I can turn this on, right? Yes. Power. Obviously I can't connect to anything, but just making sure everything works. Boom. Okay, everything works as intended. This is fine. So now that this is solved, at the very least, in the future I just have to draft it. I can't open that door, and I have no other ways to go forward, so... where should I spend the last of my days? How about the maid's chamber? I haven't slept in the maid's chamber yet. That can only be terrible for me. But it is technically a bedroom, so we will see what it do. I have a sledgehammer too. What a waste. What a waste. Am I right? Or am I right? The answer is I'm right. Okie dokie. So we will see if I start out the day with like 5 steps. Ugh. It's a bedroom, so it can have an effect. I know servants' quarters gives you a dice, but I think it takes away from a step or something. Not just like, I think maybe like 5 steps or something. 5 or 10. Her ladyship's chamber is horrible for steps. I swear, most of these bedrooms, you have no idea what the effect is from sleeping there. Oh, kitchen, again, is a solid investment early on. Oh, none of these are particularly good. I could have done storeroom. That probably would have been the best option, actually. Oh, that's the direction I want to go, but instead I'll go closet and curve around the edge. Keycard, big. I made the right choice. Conservatory can help me adjust the rarities, and it's the only way I can go forward, so I have more than enough justification to take this room. It's a rook. Oh, I forgot this is a rook room. Okay, that's useful knowledge. Okay, study. We're making freaking common. I got lucky on that's a huge thing. Rotunda. Honestly, I'll make it unusual, but I don't want it early. Gymnasium is going to be freaking rare. It's going to be more rare than any steak I've ever eaten. Mostly because I dislike steak. That's rare. I like well done steak. I like very well done. I'm a well done aficionado. Oh, the steps now or the steps later. I can't afford the steps later, so the steps now. I have to walk in, but I'm getting nothing out of this, am I? Just kind of making sure there is actually nothing in here. That's a cute little dog sheep. Whale. An anchor. Okay, as far as like, hey, why'd you pick the different things? One, picking a common study is beneficial. 4, I need gems more than I need steps. Making study common will allow me to use gems to get better rooms. Boxes next to this box contain gems. Boxes next to this box contain gems, and this one's false and the other two are true. Here we go. Now we can draft. And look, a study. I don't need it now. I got a guest bedroom, so there's no point in bedroom, but there could be value in something like a passageway. Gives me 2 ways to go, so I don't so easily get screwed like I did last time. And of course now is when I'm going to get all the, West Wing Hall and everything. But you physically can't take anything away from me except options. So we'll see how this goes. I really want a nursery in this corner. Please give me a nursery. It's not a nursery, and I spent my gems on passageway. Nook would give me a key. Bedroom give me no guarantees. So, that's a thing. Wasting 2 steps, but I won't have to come back this way ever, so we'll pretend like it's worth it. Nursery is worth it, because I've already got corridor going up, so I can't afford it. Lovely. Give me a gem, please. Every room hates me. Storeroom it is, because I need the gems and keys and such. And the main benefit of office would be getting that red note and stuff unlocked. Walking in here, feeding ourselves. So that's something. That is indeed something. To a storeroom, that's right. 2 are bad. 1 is helpful. Of course. Not like I could open it, but I have keys. Pantry gives me food, at least. It's an apple. It's the most useless food there is so far, because I don't have any constellations or anything. Man, this game just hates me. Here's what I need. I need to go forward. And I need to not be charged for going forward. And then I need to go right and right again. See, that whole not being charged thing was an important part of that conversation. I'm going to do observatory because I can get stuff and I don't know what I can get with whatever gems I have. Chapel is suicide. Chapel is going to lose my key, it's going to lose my gem, it's going to lose a coin, and it's going to lose 2 steps. So, one for walking in and one for just being in Red Room. The slice is huge. The sale, a lot less huge. Everything's on sale. Huzzah! Today only. Okay. Take me left. Just the worst. It really is just the worst time here. I don't have a nursery. I got dice though. That's something. Can I be greedy and get like a boiler room and then a lab? Not with that kind of attitude, I can't. Oh, I'm going to fight the system. I'm winning currently. What is happening? I'm winning. That's not right. That opens up to my destiny. But first, I'm going to power this. That way I can try and force me to get power rooms. Unfortunately, that includes archives, weight room, security. But lab is among them, and I have a dice. Nope. I'm going to fight on this. Dang it. I mean, pump room is not bad. Right? Hear me out. Pump room is okay. Because I can drain the entire reservoir. Or the fountain. I can drain the fountain. Is what I care about. One is... Okay, it is here. Powered pump room is big because I can drain the fountain. It doesn't superbly help me right now because I don't have the basement key. But when I have the basement key, it will be huge. Right, so... I want to drain the reservoir by 1 as well, so we'll see if I have the capacity to do that. What point does this get full? 1 more. That's unfortunate. Take 1 drain. Okay, so yeah, we are done with what that can hold. We can fill the kitchen from 2, I believe. It's gonna work. Okay. The greenhouse we want to fill, okay. Okay, I was like, what the frick? The difference is, this is going over here. The benefits of having played this game before is that I know how this works. I know how this goes. Build the kitchen up with the last one. Okay, and we will, I think greenhouse is this one. Bueno, bueno. Emptying the pool is not that big a deal. It'll give me some coins for the time being, but it's not that big of a deal until I get chests in there. Okay, so we have 1 space in 2 we can use this for, but we don't want to do that. We really want to do that for the reservoir. So I will flip this back to 1. That way 1 comes from here. Okay, and that's cool. And now we're going to flip this back and then switch it to reservoir, so it only takes 1 out of it. That way we can use the boat. Okay, so fountain is now drained. Reservoir is 1 down. This is done. And everything else is full, pretty much. The pool, I don't care about that much, so I don't need to drain it. Also, I can't fully drain it until I, refill the fountain, so... This was a good use of the pool room. This is not a waste of a day now. right? And technically it keeps going. It sucks, but it keeps going. So I could, in theory, get lab out of any of these doors. But I won't have a step. Gosh freaking darn it. Can I get back to anything? No, I can't. Yeah, it was over. That's fine. It's fine, though. It is fine. There's also a minute chance I can find food in here somewhere. And this is why it's a minute chance, because it ain't happening to me. Happens to someone, not to me. That's locked, okay. That's not. This is either... No, it can't be lab, because lab costs a thing, doesn't it? Go check. That was definitely weight room. And this is definitely bad. But I can't afford it because I got a red room. Geno? Sure, do it. Hit me with it. I know what you are. Broken handle. That's the other thing. Broken handle can appear in the weight room, which makes that a horrible thing to try and get for the power hammer in a curse mode. But hey, powered pump room drained our stuff. That was a valuable day. We will not make any complaints about that day. Okay. Dinner's nice. Dinner's nice. I think I will drawing room here. Study's useful. Gain a treasure map, which we probably won't use, but I appreciate nonetheless. It's better when it's a couple of gems, honestly, but yeah, it's whatever. Alright. Ooh, hallway's free. So I'd probably go ahead and do hallway here. Keeps me going up the west side. Nursery's huge. Worth the money. Worth the gym. There's a gym in there too, which I'm going to go ahead and get. Oh, it's dice. Even better. Alright, I think boiler starts out being common. Not common, standard. So, let us try. Let's see if we can get that one. Let's go ahead and just exhaust the options we have, like spare room and corridor. See if we can get bedroom. We did, which will give us steps. See if we can get guest bedroom attached to it, which would be even more great. Sadly, no. But I'm also not going to waste my my powers here. Got a key, yeah, but got a gem, so, you know, 50-50. Corridor doesn't hurt. Parlor's probably better, because we will get gems. And we don't want to go straight into the foundation, we kind of want to go to the back of it, so straight is not necessarily the goal here. White box is empty, cool. This is the only true statement. We'll see. There are two false statements. Well, if that's true, then this would be true. So, this is false. This is false. That can't be true. The frick? Hold on. This is the only true statement. False. This is true. This is not. There are two false statements. If that is false, then it is true. If it is true, then this is false, which makes sense. Yes. I had to think about that one for a second. I was like, I don't know that these reconcile. It's because I'm trying to figure out more than I need to. Lost the key, but West Wing tends to be unlocked. You know how I love that little tends to be. I'm gonna lose 2 gems from that. There's no chance I'm gonna get... Actually, there is a chance I get 2 gems in here and an item. So let me go ahead and risk it. It's dumb, but it could pan out. Right, broken thing, watering can, and the flowers, of which there are 3. That's what I thought could happen, because we got the pump room. So I'm a genius, and you all suck. And every green room I go to, in fact I can go in and out of this one, I'm not sure I want to use the steps that way, but if I get an abundance of steps or a different green room, that's locked. Okay, that's unfortunate. Can I juke it? No, I can't juke it. Okay. It's gonna take so many steps to get back down there. Oh, that sucks. But yeah, anytime I walk into a green room, this thing, watering can, will give me, you know? Ugh. I have no way to open that. Okay. Like if I got conservatory here, observatory's significantly better. Bunk room is actually significantly better, if we're talking about significance. I can't do it now, but I want to do it in general. Clavis and Diamondus Major, which is good for me, but I need Stepis Major, and I don't know how to do that. We'll redraw here. Veranda is not the greatest option. Looking for... I just want to fight for boiler. Guest bedroom is pretty solid, and I've got a key to go up West Wing Hall, so let's do that. That'll work. Takes a step, but gives me 15, right? And car keys, which is... It'll have an upgrade disc. Do I have a room I can even use that in right now? I don't. So I will leave that for future me. But future me could potentially get that to happen. I have a thing I can't open either. But West Wing Hall is the more valuable open. Bedroom goes down, okay. This still puts me in somewhat critical danger. Danger from low steppage. Lose 2 gems, but gain 2 ways to go. I could get some steps out of this one, though. And this one will get me faster to the back of Foundation, and it will guaranteed be unlocked. The decisions are incredibly difficult. I'm gonna do it, because getting Foundation active is a bigger priority to me than a lot of stuff I can't dig. 2 dice, but no way to guarantee Foundation will be open, but I don't even have the key card. Dang it. We're gonna fight for this one. We're gonna have to fight. We're gonna keep fighting. This is not a bad option. Because at least one door will be open. We have 3 ways to go. And all it takes for me is gems, which I have plenty of right now. Watering can will give me 1 back. It did not give me any items or boxes, which is unfortunate, but whatever. Locked, that's okay, because we have this one. Workshop. Is nice to have, but I don't have anything to make anything. And it won't just like have a key. Secret passage won't take me anywhere. Dark room is stupid. I could get 2 keys, which would basically guarantee me 2 ways to go, because courtyard would be 1 and the other Foundation door would be the other. It's a blue room. I think that's the way to go. I'm really hurting for steps now, though. And sledgehammer, holy cow, that's something. Ugh. It's a keycard door, which I can't make use of. I didn't notice that earlier, but okay. Still don't really regret what I did, but this does make this, like, I have a nursery, so boudoir would be perfect here. Oh, thank you, baby. I get the steps out of it, though. Boom. I get the rerolls, I get gems, I can force this. Using a pantry or something, I can force this to go right. Good. So this is a big billiard room. Hey, I'll take it. I don't really care why, I just care that it does. This was enough of a goal for today. This was big. $14.72. 18 and 3 is 6. 10, 8, 80, 80, 10. I was hoping for a key card that would have kept this going, but it doesn't. Out of steps and out of luck. But a good run. A very, very good run. And I see 3 dig spots today, so this is probably a good spot to have foundation overall. Card keys, which whatever, right? But the others were pretty good. This was a good fight, and I have 19 steps. So all in all, time well spent. Go ahead and call it a day in the green room, I guess. Alright. So now we need, the 2 big priorities now are Powered Lab to open the grotto and getting into the antechamber to open the basement doors. Now that I have foundation drained, now that I have fountain drained and reservoir down by 1, which actually means I can use the elevator and get across, right? No, it doesn't, because I don't have that open, because I have to light those, that's right. So elevator right now is just for the chess area. Study's helpful. Got some money, that's always helpful. Got that. Ready? Commissary is an okay choice. We'll see if there's anything beneficial. Shoes. Yes, shoes. Can I afford them? Not by a long shot. Sleeping mask I can, though. And that will allow me to come back. If and when I get, Vault or something. Obscure, rare, and very helpful. I would like a nursery, please. Maybe not here, but it's in general. In the corner would be nice. Get my gym. Get my nursery. Never mind. Closet then. A dice, big. And a silver key, also not bad. Like that. Spare room. I'm just gonna tunnel straight forward. Probably a dumb idea, but we're doing it. I don't have garage keys right now, so this is not a huge win for me. Nook is the better choice. I want to use a silver key here, see if I can get boiler room. Yeah, I'll fight for boiler room a little bit. And then I won't walk in it, I'll double back. Dang it, this is going poorly. This is the last one I'll spend. Gosh darn it. Okay, so dining room's not bad here. I'll just let... Nice. I'll just let it be whatever it is. Nursery is perfectly good here. What am I going to get out of this besides steps? A banana. Nice. We love bananas in this place. Oh yeah, I forgot sleep mask, so I got a lot of steps out of that. Huzzah! Can't afford this one. I would love this one, but I can't afford it. I'd like to go left, but parlor is a better room than maid's chambers. Freaking ugh. So, hey, and it rewarded me for my bravery. The blue box contains the gems. The false statement contains the gems. Statement on the blue box is true. So true, true, false, which puts it in here. Yeah. Okay, so we got our item. That's everything. Okay. 20 steps, but no money. 3 gems. I'll spend 1. I won't spend more than that, though. Hallway. It takes my key. But it'll give me 2 doors, so I can always draft south if I need to. I say very assumingly. Yep, there. I need to. And I'll be able to. Yep, that figures. I asked for that. I definitely asked for that. Which way is back? Back is Nook. Go corridor, see if we can get like a guest bedroom, go outside, maybe. Can't buy anything, but it would be nice. Conservatory is just valuable for controlling these runs moving forward. It can have items, it usually doesn't. Oh, give me a key though, that's nice. Thank you. Security, standard is fine. Whoops, that's the wrong button. Parlor, common. Appreciate that. What am I doing in my life? Chamber of Mirrors, rare. That's perfectly okay. I'm okay with how those are. But I have no gems. That's a scary thing. Now I have no keys. Sucks to be me. Guest bedroom is huge, especially in this location. I walk in, I get the 10 steps, I get the car keys. Or if I can go out of the foundation, that will be useful. And then see if I can get like security here. Not that I could afford it, apparently. Do I have any worthwhile items to save? Not really. Boudoir. Should still be safe. Gives me steps, gives me dice, you know, so. Gives me a gem. A gem worth fighting for, you know? Bunker would give me all the steps in the world. It might give me keys, it might give me gems, it might give me banana. If it did not give me keys, this run would be dead, so I'm going to avoid it. But I do want it in the future. This still only gives me one way to go, so I'm going to hesitatingly keep going. And that's it. Okay. Can't afford any keys at a locksmith. That would be a good consideration. So planetarium is something we will come back to and end our day there. We'll go ahead and go outside and just see what we can make happen outside. Whether that's trader, because I could trade like car keys and coin purse, which would be big, and maybe get some keys out of it. So I think trading post is my best bet right now, as far as keeping the run alive anyway. So let's see what we get. Oh. Mm. Well, no dice. You win some, you lose some. So I guess my boiler is probably unusual if the way things have been going, so that's something to keep in mind. I will need to push to see how things go. So if I get another observatory, that will put me at 22. The twins grabs the key, Draxus the ooh. So we don't really want to do that. Granted, we don't have to get Draxus, right? But I don't actually know if people have used the magnifying glass or if I've used the magnifying glass on this stuff. Is there anything hidden? Anything special? Survey of the constellations observed at the Mount Holly Observatory. Nothing special. Okay. No, there is an awful lot of blank space down here. It'd be crazy if people found out that there's a 100-star constellation. And yet, no allusion to it. Interesting. You just have to find out, I guess. As for me, time for sleep. Anyways. Not terrible, not great. I'm just still pretty happy to have Foundation active and Pump Room done. That was huge. That was... It's not huge right now. It's kind of out of order for when we need things, but when we need it, it'll be huge. I kind of want to do an item heavy run, but also I want to get the corner rooms. Taking it instantness. Banana. Like kitchen, I hesitate on, but nursery, nah. Nursery's very valuable. Car keys. And it really wants me to get that upgrade terminal. You're gonna be that insistent, make sure I get security, why don't you? We'll do din here so we can get West Wing Hall above it. Oh, closet is fine. I just will avoid any keys because I'm going to try and get West Wing Hall. Good, no keys, just a dice. Gym. Let me dream. All I really have is dreams. Okay, so this run's going relatively well, but it's going to screw it up now. Utility closet we already did because that opened up the gym mine. Drawing room is a 50-50 and I'll still have 2 gyms, so I don't see a problem with doing that now. Garage, I have the car keys. So I'm gonna go ahead and do this. Just so the upgrade disc is done. Just because I happen to have the keys, you know. Upgrade disc. Because they are helpful. Upgrade discs are always helpful. We have gyms. I will need 1 for security, 2 for office, or 1 for lab. We got a free redraw here. We got a painful redraw here. We got office. Hey, it kills the run pretty effectively, but we will get a gym out of it, and we got a upgrade disc out of it, so that's a win. That's a win no matter what you tell me. Cloister is not the best upgrade for right now. Let's see what we get, though. Cloister of Draxus would be insane. Mala, Vea, Rena. Find 8 dirt piles, which could be huge for experiments. Find an extra item in each bedroom you draft from the cloister. Assuming I draft bedrooms from it. Raise your luck, which apparently I think is an item, something or other, maybe. I don't know. The gardener really likes Rena. And it's hard for me to tell him no. But these are not my favorite cloisters. This is just really powerful. I'll go ahead and do it. I've never had a Cloister Vea, and there is an experiment where it's like, for every dirt pile where you find trash, such and such. So like, yeah, that can be powerful. I'll go ahead and include it. Just part of the roster for later. Pointing to count, so that makes sense as far as what that is. Because since it stays up, it's hard to tell what it's pointing to anymore, but it's pointing to the count, so that's fair. Okay, 0, 3, 0, 3. March of the count. There are 3 of the count, and the 8 is sideways, of course. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, and that killed this side entirely. But we got the upgrade disc, so now, if we happen to get garage and car keys, it will have items for us. Preferably good ones. Let's see, what does it typically have? It typically, like, it doesn't have a sledgehammer, it doesn't have a shovel. It has compass, it has treasure map. Picking a dead-end room here. I have keys, so I'll go with food. It's not great, but it works. I could get an observatory or something here. Parlor's fine enough. It gives me gems. I want gems. Therefore, we'll take Parlor. Oh, the gems are not in the blue box. The other 2 statements are both true. Gems are in the white box. These can all be true, but they can't all be true. So if this is false, then this is false, and this is true, which doesn't help me. Except, the gems are not in the blue box. They are not in the white box, therefore they're in the black box. Boom. 3000 IQ. Why are you forcing me to dead end here? You are actually forcing me to dead end here. Okay, lovely. Well, I'll just pick study, I guess. But I have 5 envelopes now, so that's nice. Always look at the... Hey, can't do anything because I can't open the basement door, but... You know, if I could, that'd be awesome. The game is mocking me, but it was almost awesome. So yeah, getting into the antechamber is a big priority. Probably getting conservatory as many times as I can is going to be helpful, just so I can make common the things I want to get. Tool shed. Can't use any of it, but nice. We could not do anything with those either. Going to sleep under the red skies. Okay, I'll do one more run and then call it here. We have accomplished a good bit. Not like a lot of stuff, but really good stuff. Again, we got the office, and now that's open. I didn't have a rook piece, so I definitely couldn't have done the chess set, but the office would have been useful for that. And, you know, stuff and things. And we got the not the workshop. Got the foundation lift lowered. So, good times, good times. I'll wait because it's free, and it won't be later. Observatory is possibly a good idea. Just don't click on Draxi, baby. Den I will take. Now time to reap. Oh, it's only 20. It is 22. Keys and chests. Wah, 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 wah. Nice. That'd be more useful if it wasn't right now, but I'm gonna take it because beggars cannot be choosers. And we're on the east side. The east side is not the best side, so... It gives me the will to keep going. And by that I mean steps. We got gyms, we got a key, we got a conservatory. I could take a nursery or a storehouse here. Or a study. It doesn't cost me a gym and it will give me a gym. At least one. Maybe two. Nope, gave me a key. Still, it's a valuable room and I'm going to defend that. Oh, okay, rook. Let's see what we got up here now. Dark room, we're gonna make rare. Every red room will be rare. Storeroom is common. Utility closet standard. I'd have no problem with those. Except for the fact that I have a lot of common dead-end rooms and one-door rooms. I'm not wild about that fact. Maybe I should make storeroom standard instead. Garage is not helpful. Parlor we'll go with. Still have a key. We'll see how long that lasts. Only one box displays a true statement. Gyms are in the white box. Gyms are in the black box. Well, both of these are false, and this will be true. And it's not in the white box, and it's not in the black box, which means it's in the blue box. Dacial. Winner. Oh, all of these are bad. Unequivocally, all of these are bad. Passageway would be nice. But I just gave up everything to do it. Can't afford it. This stunts my progression, but I have steps, so I want items. Like this currency stuff. What do I have? I have a pawn. I have a rook from conservatory. I have a knight from observatory. I need to draft the chapel to get a bishop. I've got the queen from study. Yeah, I need like the king in office because I won't get throne room. So I need the office. Which I won't be able to afford. And I need... What did I say? Bishop? I need chapel. Yuck. I had to open my mouth, didn't I? Well, it can't take any gems from me, so that's something. I don't have a nursery, so bunk bed is still out. But if I get a nursery somewhere, bunk bed would be nice. Sauna would be massive. Not for today, but today's kind of going sideways on me, so tomorrow will be nice. Using. Dining room is good. Dining room is helpful. I get a gym? No, I got car keys. Great. Man, walk-in closet wants my lunch. I can't even afford it, so it doesn't matter. Boudoir will get me 5 steps. That's helpful. So yeah, I really want nursery now because I've got a sleeping mask, if nothing else. Closet, which I could have done in the first place, I can do now, so that's good. Give me a gym and a key, which means I can afford office. What else did I need? Office for the king. And the bishop. Oh, I got the bishop, so hold on. Like every room is a pawn. Conservatory is a rook. Third is chapel's a bishop. Observatory is a knight. Studies the queen. I literally just need the office. Just give me the office. I can't spend any gems on it, but I just need the office. And all of these are problems anyway. So I will use a redraw. At least give me to go straight. That'll work. I have a key card. I don't have a key card, so that workshop can be a key card door. And that's a huge risk. I guarantee it's going to be that way too. I'll just use it. To spend a gem to keep alive, knowing I will not retain my stuff. Library does not have a chess piece. it just reminds me a lot of Office, so I tend to default to think, oh, library has a king. It doesn't. Office has the king. And I won't be able to afford Office. But a room that goes straight, and I know I have a key. But I'll lose the key from this one. So, like, this is not a smart move. I've got to try for something better. Locker room, of course. I don't have the keys for it. Well, that sucks. Okay, now we tried. We tried our best. It didn't pan out. It's okay. I think we have enough steps to go outside. We will guaranteed have a better shot at this tomorrow because we'll have more steps from Sana. So that's why I like no regrets. 0 regrets, but it could have turned out better. So, just gonna backtrack and see what we can get outside early. But now that we have Conservatory in existence, yay! Okay, so now that we have Conservatory in existence, now that we have Study Common, we have Nook if we needed a different rook. Yeah, Study gets us Queen, Observatory is pretty easy to get. Chapel's not that hard to get either, so it's actually pretty easy. Just Office is the one thing I need. If I can snag an Office, the rest of it should fall into place and I can use the chess set to give me the power of the king, which would be very, very powerful. By default, you know. None of this helps me. I mean, it doesn't matter. I don't have enough steps for it, but let's do this. Double shed. Shovel and lockpick. Cool. Good night, sweet red. Yeah, so I guess my aim is getting the power of the king because that will help. That will again help me control a lot of my runs. The rook is such a useless power, which you would think you want to do that second then if it's the useless one, or you want to do it first if it's the useless one, so that you end up with the king after you castle. But castling would require me to get that, basically the Office twice. It's just so much easier to castle if I do the king first. Especially on a run like this, power is a huge issue. So, I just need to have power. Take the spare room, get out to the flanks, take the parlor, give me some more gems. So probably end up being Study or something. That den's pretty good. So I'll go through den. Conservatory is nice. I can get more gems on the way back. We can see what we can do. Drafting studio doesn't deserve to be rare, maybe standard. Wine cellar. I'm actually gonna make. I'm not gonna make common. I'm gonna make it standard. Actually, I'm not gonna make it standard. I'm gonna make it unusual. That's fine. Standard will make this one unusual as well because I don't have a need for that one. I needed more straight rooms. Oh, what a terrible idea, and I'm going to do it anyway. Reason because I don't need the money. I'm going to lose, you know, a gem anyway. Like, I can get the gems back, but twofold, actually. Do I worry about money? I'm going to go ahead and worry about money and try and get some steps out of this. Banana. Okay, I got 8 steps out of this. Okay. I just didn't want to put storehouse there because I'm already going to get gems and stuff out of this room. I just wanted to get the steps so I didn't really lose out on this room. On coming into this room. Black and blue are empty. Every statement with the word blue is false. This box is not blue. So let's take this to be true. And this is false. Which is inherently true. And this is false. But if that's false, then I have no idea what's real. So, this has to be true. Black and blue are empty, which makes it in here. I don't know how that sorts everything out, but I have no other information, so I have to use that. No other information on like what's empty and what has gems, so I have to go along that one and figure out. It has to be true. We'll go this way. What can we get? What can we get? We can get a Nook. I'll take it. Again, the first few ranks are not that bad on the east. Eek! I like Bedroom the best, but man, the other two are strong contenders. I just want to keep going a little bit this direction. Got a dice out of it. Good. Thank you for rewarding me for what could be a terrible decision in the long run. I need an excess of items. Let's be fair. Whatever I do this run, I need an excess of items. Better to end it on rank 2 than to screw myself over, so... Bedroom helps me not really lose steps on coming over here. I mean, I did, but not a whole lot of them. Come back, we can open the chest with 1 key. It's not that big a deal. We already drafted Chapel, so... we got some stuff out of it, including the key, so that's useful. That was not a bad decision. Nothing over here, cool. Nice cello with your S-holes. Okay, that's pantry. Hello. Hello, pantry. Corridor loses me a key. That's okay. I'd gotten one out of the chest anyway, so that one was pretty much forfeit. None of these are great, but I'll do this one and lose another key. But of course, I shouldn't run into any more orange rooms that I have to take, let's say. That one will give me a free redraw out of each door that I can open. This will be a nice one to have, if no other reason than options, but also blue room. Go in here, we will get our extra little bit there. Really payback, but so we got conservatory and Nook, we've got chapel, we need observatory, and we need study, and we need office. Where am I going? I don't want to do that one first anyway. Observatory right here, so that's a win. We'll go ahead and see what we can get out of this. A sail and a key, which, considering I have 8 coins, is pretty okay. Showroom is not that good of a sail. Do I have? I don't have any items, lovely, so that's kind of useless. I mean, boudoir would be nice, I guess, but it would kind of stop things here, so I'm not sure I really want it. But I don't really want to use my dice here either, so let's just get more dice. It's going to take some steps, but I had steps. But that's becoming more and more of a past tense word now. Got the extra gem. Yeah, use my key. Study. It gives me the power to use gems. Do I see what I got? I don't. I don't have a lot of steps to be losing now either. No chest. What did I get? Oh, I got magnifying glass. Okay. And a gem. Okay. We gotta make this part count now. No bad door, like power doors. That's good. I really need a nursery or a guest bedroom. Right. An office here would be fine. A lab here. But it won't be powered. There's nothing I can do to power it if I do. So really not my best choice. A boiler room would be better first. Library, a pool, a dining room. I can't use these. These offer me no benefit. Guest bedroom, okay, we'll take it. Give me the steps to keep the mission going. This should take me north, which means I have a chance of getting boiler room out of this one. Or dining room. Dining room's also a possibility. I don't really want to spend gems here, but every other door could be locked. It would be best... Let's think about this. We have study, we have observatory, we have chapel, we have conservatory, we have literally every other room for the pawn. If I can fight for an office here. I can only do it one more time though. Yikes. Fine, we're going with this. Takes away the one gem I needed to have office, but it also gets me into here to have options to go with, so. Multiple ways to go. Yep, that's locked. And pool's gonna be locked too, because it's a pretty high likelihood of being locked. Yep, there we go. Okay. Again, getting chess is not like my #1 priority. Keys are pretty hard to come by. Basement key is the one I need. But I need a powered lab. So between a powered lab and... what am I thinking of? Between a powered lab and the chess power. Those are like my best next step to moving forward. Like real solid progress on like, hey, the game can't take this away from me anymore. Because like the game can take items, the game can take a lot of stuff. I probably should just go out and get shelter first thing in the day. For being completely honest. Yeah, if we're being completely honest, it might be valuable to get the shelter so I don't have to suffer a lot of the red room stuff. And I still haven't confirmed whether it actually blocks the redness of the red room, or just the effect of that room. So, that would be worth testing while we're suffering. I did say that would be the last one though. I think I said that maybe I've said that time before last, whoops. But, so, next time we will try other strategies and try to keep going. So, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see y'all next time. Bye!